pictures or whatever it might be. On Twitter, it's not that. It's much more about something that's pithy that you can engage with within the confines of the medium. And so I think this is a real challenge, really for everybody, but particularly artists, because if you have an art form that isn't conducive to that sort of communication, then you kind of need to figure out a way to reduce it to that, or figure out a way that is going to somehow be capable of being expressed within the confines of whatever medium it is that you're dealing with. I'm sort of philosophically lukewarm on the nature of these connections. I take them as a sort of as an inevitable fact, an immovable fact of our current communications landscape. And as a broadcaster, I have no choice really to engage with them. But what I do find is that what is very hard to communicate sometimes is richness. And so one of the things that the artist will always be struggling with, I think, is that trade-off between figuring out something that is going to encourage engagement on the one hand, and the trade-off between that and the full richness of the work that they might actually want to communicate to an audience, depending, of course, on the medium that they work in, or vary from person to person.
Mm-hmm. Anita, what do you find that works for you in this particular instance?
Oh, well, I use various forms of social media. I blog, I tweet, I have a Facebook fan page, I have podcasts and YouTubes. But even just sitting here this morning, I mean, I've been tweeted by someone in Brooklyn who's just finished reading Titters. We may never meet. But for me, it's as an author, I think if you're, or any artist and arts practitioners and arts administrators, you're expecting someone to go and spend $30 or $50 or $70 on a ticket to something, or read your novel or watch your play. Someone's investing finance in me, then they're giving 5 or 20 hours to read a novel. They may never be able to. The reality is most people can't get to events. They cannot get to a book launch. They can't get to the library where I'm doing a signing. But they want to tell the author or Belvoir Theatre or whoever that they've appreciated what you've created. And so for me, I think it's quite arrogant for authors or any artists to think that they don't have to do anything beyond creating the product. And I want to engage with my readers. I want to say, thank you, I don't really want to know what they didn't like about my characters, but I'm happy to listen to all feedback. And I think as artists, we need to appreciate that people read and watch differently. And I have learnt since beginning in social media in 2008 to the point where, you know, I've listed in this 20 women shaking things up on Twitter thing, that engaging with your audiences does matter, and it matters for maintaining those audiences as well and building new audiences. And I have no proof of this, but I'm fairly sure that some of the contracts that I get with publishers are from my activity on social media. They go, and like, Anita's already got marketing covered, and she's dealing with her readers, she's creating readers and building audiences. And so